That reaction time though, that reaction time was crazy.
Hey Gino, you going dumb.
So it's been a while since we did one of these videos. I know, I'm sorry. Essentially, a lot of things happened since, I think May or June was the last time I touched this app. Since then, my sister-in-law came in, moved in, had to get her in. I had a lot of stuff I had to do for work and just a couple other things that hit me when it came to life and stuff like that. So I kind of took a break from developing this app. I left it at a spot where I think I was pretty confident with releasing it. I don't really remember much about, where I left off. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do this week. I'm gonna start looking at the code again, just so I can figure out where exactly I left off and start picking it back up and actually getting this to a stage where I feel comfortable using it. I feel comfortable releasing it for other people to use it. Recently, like I said, my sister-in-law came and she's been looking for a job and she's been needing to, reuse the same resume for multiple different applications and, try to meet the best qualifications that she can based on her experience. So then I kind of introduced her to the app and everything. And, once I saw the app, I kind of reminisced and I'm like, I put in dozens of hours of work into this app. I was super, super devoted. I really wanted to pump it out. So I'm going to finish it. I'm going to get it to a stage where I feel comfortable releasing it to you guys. I have a lot of friends, family friends too, who are currently looking for jobs, and I really wish I can help them more. And I think this is going to be a good way to do that. The goal here for this week, at least, is just to figure out what I did last. I know there's a couple of problems with it. I know I documented all of it on the channel, so I might watch some videos back, but I think it might be faster for me to just go through the entire code base to read it, try to understand what needs to be done, list out a couple of problems that I found. And I know I have a couple things that I want to implement before I want to launch it. So I'll try to get those things done too. And then I'll start documenting. I don't know if I'm going to make this a single day video. I think I'm going to make it a couple weeks long or maybe, a couple days long. I don't know yet. But essentially I want to remove the pressure of having to get a lot of things done in a single day. Just because that's why I stopped. I had a lot of pressure to do stuff for work, a lot of pressure to do stuff for YouTube, and I have my personal life too. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start working on the app, bit by bit every single day. I'm gonna try and get at least one thing done every single day on the app, and then hopefully by the end of the month, by the end of the year, I'm able to release this for you guys to use, and maybe even myself, if I'm looking for a job, I'll start using it too. Also, I put in a post in the Discord server not too long ago about a potential switch up of content, maybe even a new channel about more lifestyle stuff, more day-to-day stuff, just so there's a closer connection, I guess. I love this channel. I love what I'm doing here. I love educating. I love talking to you guys. I love sharing my experiences with you guys. But I also do want to make it less job search focused, less data science focused, and more just general, what I'm learning. Because I think I learn a lot outside of just data science, outside of just this niche of data. And that's what I want to be about. I started this channel because I wanted to push myself to share what I learned to you guys. And I think if I niche myself in that one small box, I'm gonna cap my growth. There's just a lot of growth that I want to do personally on top of just professional growth with data science, with software development. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you're interested, I do have an Instagram account where I think I'll start posting more, hopefully about the app and just about life in general. I'll leave it down linked in the description box below if you guys want to check it out. I also have a second channel that I haven't posted any videos on yet, but I'm thinking, maybe I'll start off with shorts, YouTube shorts, that you guys can watch, or IG reels about, more day-to-day breakdowns, more just general videos about my lifestyle, about my life in general, being a data scientist, working on an app on the side, starting a business, stuff like that. All these just things. Yeah, just a bunch of compilations, I guess, of the stuff I'm doing as a 21-year-old who's also a data scientist, but also a person on the side, trying to build himself, trying to grow and stuff like that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. But yeah, without further ado, I just finished work for today. It's currently a Friday, so I'm gonna start looking through the code. I gotta find the repo first, but yeah, looking through the code and then getting everything set up. I also think the software I used in terms of the tech stack, I think there could be some changes. In the past few months, I learned a lot about infrastructure when it comes to technology and also architecture. So if I'm really trying to get this thing done as best as I can, I'd want to include some Python scripts. I'd want to include Dockerized containers and stuff like that. So I'd have to implement that, which I don't think should be a problem, but I'll have to just keep that in mind for costs and stuff like that. Right now, the tech stack I think is pretty skinny. I know I am paying for Vercel every single month, even though I'm not really using it. But yeah, I think the first thing I'm gonna do is read the code base and then write down all the problems that I find, and some suggestions of what I can improve, and clean up some stuff here and there. Because I know when I was rushing this app, I think I was just writing code very messily, very unorganized code, poor code altogether. I think there's comments everywhere if I remember correctly. So yeah, just overall I want to clean it, and I think I mentioned before I might open source this just because I think it would be cool to have some of you guys work on it, give you guys some experience, or also have your experience. I know a lot of you guys are experienced in software engineering, software development, so have some more I guess experienced engineers help me build this app and bring it to life. So let me know again what you guys think down in the comment section below. I'm gonna stop procrastinating and I'm gonna actually get some of this work done right now. So yeah, I'll see you guys back in a bit. All right, so I just got back from the gym, and I think I did a lot of work today. I found a lot of, I think 9 or 10 problems with the app or stuff that I want to implement. So I don't know, there's a lot to work on. But overall, I realized in the past 3 months, my standards either just got higher, or just when I first started, I wanted to ship it fast, because there's a lot of things in the app that I would change in terms of infrastructure, in terms of implementation. I don't have a staging environment. I don't have a dev environment. Everything's just prod. I don't know if you guys know this, but with Supabase, you have to set up your auth URL, and I have to keep switching it back and forth from localhost to my actual production URL, which isn't ideal, especially if I want the app to be live. I can't really test changes locally or at least I don't think so, while having a version live. So I'm gonna look up how to implement a staging environment, a dev environment, a prod environment. I think there should be a way with Supabase, or worst case, I have to create a separate Supabase instance or project and make that my own dev environment. But overall, I think today it was pretty good. Yeah. Also, I'm starting this new channel. It's going to be less data sciencey, less codey, more lifestyle, general growth, where I document my growth. I think I want to focus on learning more again. I think I want to feel that hunger that I felt when I was looking for an internship 2 years ago, or almost 2 years ago at this point. So yeah, I think I'm going to post that stuff there. So if you guys are interested, I'll leave either a link or my username somewhere on the screen when I have it created. Yeah, I'll catch you guys back either later today or tomorrow with some updates. But I'm actually excited to get something out there that I'm proud of. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I noticed that while with work, your growth is capped to what your company needs, what your business needs, and you're very, I guess, secluded in what you can do. Some companies are great where they allow you to do what you want to do in terms of growth, or your growth desires aligns with the company needs. But some companies just aren't, and I'm not saying that for my company. I think I've got a lot of value from my company, a lot of growth opportunities. But just in general, you're serving someone else's business. You're trying to help someone else's business grow, and reach their goals. So I truly think if you want to grow, uncapped growth, exponential growth, the only way you can do that is by yourself. These days, a lot of the tools, Snowflake, Databricks, AWS, all the big tools out there are free, or have free tiers, I should say. They're not free, they're costly, but there's definitely free tiers or ways you can get experience without really having to fork out a bunch of money, which was what I did, which is what I'm currently doing. I'm paying right now for a couple of the tools I'm using for this app just because one, can afford it, and two, I want it to be easy on myself. I don't want to have to go take an extra 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, maybe even days, finding alternatives when I could just pay a couple bucks a month to host my website on a custom domain, or have a secure database, or have DDoS protection, or stuff like that, I guess. But yeah, a couple things that I want to tackle in the next few days. Mainly, one, cleaning the code base. 2, creating that staging environment. 3, so right now I guess I should do a walkthrough maybe in the next few days of the app, just so in case there's new people here who don't really know what it does. But it's essentially a tool that can help you optimize your resume for each job application. All you have to do is upload your resume and also the job description for the job you're looking to apply for, and it gives you a score, how closely your resume matches, and some feedback that you can implement. It takes about 30 seconds to call the API and get the feedback, which is pretty long, which is why I have to pay for Vercel, because for those of you who know, Vercel has API callback limits for the free tier, so I'm paying for Vercel for that reason. And I found that without any loading states, you just don't really know if it's working or not. It can be confusing, and 30 seconds is a pretty long time just staring at a blank screen. There's a loading state, it's a circle. I guess I should clarify that, but it's not like, I want to make it more, I want to make it so that the information it provides is valuable. So maybe while it's loading the score, it tells you that. Maybe while it's waiting for the feedback, it tells you that. Maybe some funny, limericks or something on the screen while waiting. I don't know. Or maybe I can just make it faster altogether. So yeah, I'm gonna figure that part out in the next few days, hopefully. But aside from that, my goal here is to, when launched, to have a master resume. I think I talked about this in one of the previous videos, but essentially I think as a human, it's easy to just dump all your experience onto one page or one document. It doesn't have to be one page, obviously, because a lot of us have a lot of experience and we want to store that somewhere without having to worry about formatting, without having to worry about what's most up to date. Just like a data bank where you can just store all your experiences, your skills, your projects, without having to worry about formatting and how XYZ format, whatever, to fit a specific criteria. So that's what I want to do. I want to have like a master resume for each user, and then they can update that as they gain more experience. And then every time they do a job application or every time they want to input something, it references the master resume to use that experience to actually give you the best resume, one-page resume for most of us at least, for that job. So yeah, that's what I want to do. Ideally, I don't know if I can get there. I don't have an idea of how to implement that, but I do have a lot of good resources. I have YouTube, I have Google, I have Stack Overflow, I have ChatGPT. I have a couple of family members who are software engineers, software developers, and I work at a tech startup, so I can ask a couple of smart people there. So yeah, the whole reason I started this again was, one, because I wanted to grow, I wanted a challenge, and I wanted a tool that can help people like you and I, like people like us who depend on jobs in a market where it's so bad and pretty much feels like it's against us to land a job. I want to give all the resources I can that I find helpful to help people like you and I actually land a job, without having to worry about all the technicalities, all the politics, focusing on what we can control, like gaining experience, focusing on relevant skills, not how to optimize your resume, not how to avoid an ATS rejection, stuff like that. So yeah, that's my goal. But I think I'm gonna call it quits for today, or I'm just gonna focus on some other stuff for today, mainly work stuff, and catch you guys back tomorrow. But yeah, it was really nice picking up the camera again and talking to you guys about the app. Hoping that I can stick through and actually follow up and take action and implement this and get this up and running for everyone to use. But yeah, I'll catch you guys back in a bit. All right, so it's Saturday morning now. I don't remember when I checked in last, but I think I mentioned something about creating like a development and production environment so I don't have to keep switching my URL or authentication URL in Supabase when I productionize it / work on it. I found a couple, here, let me show you. I found a couple links yesterday at a Reddit thread, so I'm gonna be reading some of these and watch one of these videos. I found that going through their docs and like checking out their YouTube channel, I think that really helps. But yeah, that's my focus for today. My goal for today is to really just get this environment thing settled and clean up the code base. And then hopefully for the rest of the week, for the rest of the month, I can work on what really matters to me, which is getting the MVP out, initializing all my new ideas, like the I think I mentioned it, the master resume, and also the one click or one button refactor, where you just click a button and then your whole resume gets refactored to optimize for that specific application. And then yeah, I can launch it to you guys. I know I think I mentioned this before, but I have a wait list for those of you who are interested in the app. I think a couple hundred of you guys have signed up for it. or just join the Discord. Either way works. If you guys are interested, join the waitlist or the Discord, like I said before. Yeah, I do plan on having a couple people test it out. I have a couple people in mind, aside like from family and family friends. From the Discord specifically, I know a couple of you guys have been commenting on the videos. I know you guys have been engaged and really into this idea. So I truly appreciate all the help you can provide, all the support you can give, all the context and information that you can help with. Would truly help a lot, especially because I'm not a software engineer. I'm doing this as a hobby / as a way to grow. But yeah, I'm gonna get on this, and then I'll catch you guys back hopefully later today. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so a quick update. I've been sitting on this desk for a while now, trying to get this thing sorted, but I still can't seem to hack it. I just don't, like, maybe I'm not understanding this correctly, but I don't see how I can, how I personally can have a local host active and also like a live URL active at the same time. So like if I want to log in and test features where I have to be logged in for, unless I just have to remove those I forget what it's called, but essentially those restrictions where you have to be logged in to actually view those pages and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe I just need a break, maybe it's just too early. I'm gonna keep hacking on this today. If I haven't figured this out by the time you're watching this, please, if you know how to fix this, let me know. Otherwise, I don't know, I hope I can get this done by today. If not, I'm just gonna slow everything down and probably demotivate myself more. So yeah. So I think I figured it out. It took a lot of rabbit holes, but essentially what I wanted to do, if I wasn't clear, it was to be able to sign in with Supabase auth when I'm testing locally with localhost 3000 or whatever. Just because I wanted to be able to see the changes I made, and a lot of the stuff I'm changing is behind user sign in. I knew there were a couple ways to do this. One, create a new project, which I think would just take a lot of time and a lot of effort to consistently ensure both of them are on the same page. And then the second way to do this was to just allow user email sign in, so creating an account with just email and a password without Google Auth or GitHub Auth or any other third-party auth, which I guess was a valid option, which again was my backup plan. But I don't have a solid SMTP setup, and I know setting up like emails and handling all the passwords without SMTP and confirming or getting an email confirmation is just not the best like solution. So I wanted a better option, which I think I just found out. So essentially what I did was I looked at a lot of different GitHub posts, Stack Overflow posts on like people facing the same problem, and I found that you need to have the exact redirect URL in order for it to work. So let's say I'm trying to sign in from /profiles or /applications page, and it needs to redirect to all of those pages. It could be a single slash or multiple slashes, meaning an in-depth or embedded page like a blog post or something. So the way I did this was just adding HTTP localhost 3000 /* and also HTTP localhost 3000 /* to my redirect URLs, and that seemed to work. I don't know if I need to add more stars. I know the stars are there for a reason. I read the documentation, I can't remember why, but yeah, it works. So I'm gonna replicate this with all other possible URLs, and then focus on the staging environment. So I watched a lot of videos from Supabase and read a lot of documentation about the, I guess, alpha or beta Supabase migrations, where you can have a dev, staging, and prod migration. That's more for database changes or Postgres changes, which is great. I'll still need it for sure. And it allows collaboration among multiple people. So If I do open source this, that's going to be a good strategy just because you guys can help too. But yeah, for right now, the biggest problem I had was to get to be able to test stuff locally and sign in and actually see the changes without having it to push it to Vercel or changing the site URL in my Supabase settings itself. So yeah, I think that part is sorted. I can take a break right now. I have a lot of other stuff to do, so I'm gonna focus on that. But yeah, I was really relieving getting that done. But I hope if you guys were stuck on the same problem, this helped you figure it out. I can leave some documentation down in the comment section below if you want. I personally found that doing things on the config file that you get when you initialize your Supabase with your current repo is just much more easier to understand, just because you get to see every single aspect of the changes, every single possibility, and what happens behind the scenes, which is nice. So yeah, that's what I did. Not that I need to do that. I think you could do this with the Supabase UI on Supabase's website. If you go to your projects and you go to your settings, you can probably do that too. But nonetheless, it works, and I'm gonna mess around with it and play around with it and make the changes that I wanna make soon. So yeah, sorry for that little rant. I got a bit excited, but on to more cool stuff, more developing, and more important, I guess, implementation. So yeah, I'll see you guys back in a bit.
That's what matters. Alright, Isabel, I need your quick hands, okay? If it falls down, you quick hands it.
Reaction time, baby. You realize my reaction time is very slow, right? That's why you catch the flies.
I don't know if that's reaction time or just laziness.
It's more like like a lack of athleticism.
That reaction time though, that reaction time was crazy.
So, on my morning run, and I figured why not pick up the camera and check in for a little bit. These days I try to do 2 miles every morning, and today's just one of those days where it feels so hard. I hate every second, every step, every mile. But I just have to keep showing up. Just one foot after the other. Until we're done. Problem is, this happens almost every day. But like I said, consistency is the key. Because I've been compounding for 6 months now. When I first started, I could barely run 10 minutes without getting gassed. And now I can do half a marathon probably, I think, at a decent pace. So, yeah, if you're anything like me, if you hate running, if you hate even walking, just try it. Try it for a certain period of time every single day. Stay consistent. When I run, I don't run for miles, I run for time. Started off by running for 10 minutes, slowly increasing it to 15, and then 20, and then 30, and then I started increasing my pace. And I think you just start to hate it less every single day, or you just get used to it. It becomes less intimidating. I think for studying, for education, there's this concept called active recall, where the more frequently you try to retrieve something you learn, memory, a concept, the better the muscle for that memory forms, the stronger that connection forms. Less intimidating it becomes to pick up that book, pick up that flashcard, take that test. And I think the same concept applies here for running. I've been working out no problem for the past 5-6 years, consistently, I think like 80% of the time. So to me that was fine, because I liked it. But then when it comes to things that I don't like running, like swimming, like running outdoors especially, then it gets hard. So this next 4 weeks, this next 30 days, I challenge myself to run outside once a day, or once a week, sorry. Even though it's getting cold. It's just that mental block that I want to get past. So that's what I've been doing. I don't know, I just can't seem to drop it. Like, remember talking about my app that I'm building? And I feel like if I just stayed consistent, I would have been able to, I think I'd just been much further along. Like even with the gym, like I said, I've been going every single day almost for the past 5-6 years. But I haven't been pushing myself. Like I noticed I plateaued in certain weights, certain PRs, just because I haven't pushed myself. I've been doing the same workouts over and over again without trying to progressively overload. So I just have to tweak my brain to not get comfortable, you know? Because once I'm comfortable, things get easy. You know, going to the gym isn't as intimidating as it was before. Pushing that weight is not as hard as it used to be. But if you don't push yourself to go, push your limits, increase your PR, increase your reps, increase your volume, try out new exercises. You know, I hated doing squats. I hated it. I hated doing lunges. I hated doing a lot of these exercises, deadlifts, because I injured my back, but I hated doing these things. So I got comfortable. I squatted the same weight. I barely lunged. I don't do deadlifts anymore. And yes, some of that makes sense, right? If you're injured, don't push yourself, but I can't keep making excuses for something that happened years ago. You know? If you get injured, get back up, find the right form and do better. Like these days, I've been running consistently for almost 6 months now. And if I get injured, if I get sick, I still show up, do a walk instead for the same mileage. Or if I think I'm fine, I'll try to push myself, maybe at a lower tempo. Yeah, but that will help inspire me, at least one of you guys today. So hopefully, if you're like me, if you're afraid of change, if you're afraid of trying something new, something outside your comfort zone, trust me, it'll be worth it. If you're thinking of doing it, you probably should, because if it's on your mind, you want to get it out as soon as possible. The longer it's in there, the more friction you're going to add, the harder it's going to be to actually start. So just start, man. Just start. Start slow and just stay consistent.
Navego por su piel, por esa mujer. Voy a ser fiel, voy a ser fiel. Por esa mujer, te juro que voy a ser fiel, voy a ser fiel. Me envicié de su sabor a miel. Envuelto en sentimientos, son puros sentimientos. Bebé, no pudimos controlarlo. Envuelto en sentimientos, son puros sentimientos. Bebé, fue puro placer y volver a tocarnos en el sitio donde te encontré. No pudimos controlarlo. Envuelto en sentimientos, son puros sentimientos.
I was working on this, so I was working on this thing for work today. It made me realize how I feel when I'm actually passionate about something I'm doing. I don't get this feeling very often. I get it maybe once or twice a month maximum for work. Just because a lot of the stuff I do for work tends to get redundant, tends to get repetitive, like it's reports, it's dashboards, it's correlation, statistical hypothesis testing, stuff like that. Nothing that I really feel like it's pushing my, I guess, mind to learn something new and actually test my limits. I don't know. Most runners know this feeling. It's like runner's high, where you just get that like ecstatic feeling from just what you're doing. I get that feeling when I'm challenged a lot. So like when I'm learning something new and I just don't know what to do next, and I have to push myself to figure it out, whether it's through reading documentation, asking people, watching YouTube videos, whatever it may be, right? It's just how to learn. And I get that feeling when I'm doing projects like this for work. So for context, this is not a data science project, it's a data engineering project, kinda. Essentially what I'm doing is we're using this tool, it's called Intercom. And Intercom is kind of this like chat tool that a lot of companies, big companies use to communicate with their customers. So like if you have an AI bot, that's might be Intercom. It probably is, honestly. It's also like this form of communication platform where you can send out like blast push notifications, SMS, emails. I hope you get the point, but we have a lot of data there and we want to track it and actually analyze it. So yeah, I was asked to if I want to port that data over to Redshift serverless, which is our warehouse, and I said, why not? So I spent the past day basically figuring that out, if it was possible. The reason why we have this, or the reason why we want this, is to most companies have this metric called organic liquidity, which essentially for us means how much effort do we have, human effort, to converting an order from creation to delivered, or getting an order liquid. And my estimate is my estimate right now does not track any of these communication channels that we have through SMS and stuff like that, just because we haven't tracked the data historically. We just started using this tool, and we want to start tracking it. So yeah, that's something I think will be useful, so the company can understand, hey, this is how much money we're spending on humans to actually communicate and liquidate orders. Maybe we should invest more money in that department, or maybe we should find out ways to automate these processes. Obviously with tools like Intercom, you can blast email, blast post notifications, pull up your phone, stuff like that. There's also like AI bots that I trained previously to answer basic questions that customers may have to help reduce that human communication need, or like human support need. But yeah, my point is I had to try to learn this whole new tool, how to use it, how to connect it with some of our existing ETL tools. We have Stitch Data, which we use to pull over data for our ETL, and that's what I'm familiar with. But we also have Airbyte, which I'm not too familiar with. I know how it works. I've kind of looked into it, but I've never really ported data over using Airbyte, set up a connection and a destination and stuff like that. So I had to learn how to do that today. I had to learn how to do that with our current Intercom setup, pull all the tables over, find a way to reduce costs while doing it, because it can be expensive. That's why we didn't go with Stitch for this specific use case. And I also have to figure out how to actually transform that data in a way that's meaningful and usable for us. So that's what I did today. And I don't know, I just felt really accomplished, really rewarded when I did it. There's a lot of times throughout my day where I was stuck, and I was stuck on a problem that I just felt like I couldn't get over it. And then, after some time, after some like digging, I managed to get over it, which is great. So yeah, there's still work to be done. My perspective here is any directional number that we can get towards the actual organic liquidity number is great, because we do have an idea, it's just not accurate. It doesn't take in this new data. So any new data we can implement to actually get a representation of how much human intervention it requires to get an order liquid is super meaningful. So that's my goal, and then we can add more SOPs and like automated processes when pulling data to make sure that every conversation is tied to an order, or something of that sort, so that we can actually track the data and use it accurately. So that's next steps. But I just wanted to give you guys that short update. I know it's not about the app, but I just wanted to. I think kind of coincides with what I'm doing here for the app. I want to grow, I want to learn new things, and I'm doing that with work. I'm doing that on the side. And I think that's great. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you. But yeah, anyway, right now, picking up my my sister-in-law from her lab. So I'm gonna get her, and then hopefully continue to grind. For those of you who don't know, I'm doing this 30-day challenge. It's not gonna be posted. I don't know if it's gonna be posted, but it's definitely not gonna be posted on this channel. it might be posted on my Instagram. I don't know yet. Essentially, the point of this challenge is to, one, get more comfortable talking to camera. I know I've been doing this for a year, but I record like once a week, so I don't really, I have to form that habit again and again every single week. So I feel like if I do it consistently every single day, I'll be more comfortable talking to a camera. I'll be more, fluid, and it's just not going to be that hard to pick up the camera and like record a video. Among other things, I'm also going to start doing more vigorous workouts. I run every single day. I used to run a mile every single day. Now I'm doing 2 miles every single day at least. Most days, I think on average, I run 20 miles a week. So I have 2 sessions. In the morning, I run 1 or 2 miles, and then in the afternoon, I do a workout plus a 3 mile or 5K most days except the weekends, just to build my stamina. I'm trying to do a marathon by the end of the year or maybe next year, and one of my goals in my lifetime is to do an Ironman. Don't know if it's gonna be possible. I get injured very easily, so yeah. But yeah, essentially I want to push myself to be uncomfortable, and some of the things I'm doing is focusing on the app, consistently building this on the side, learning how to implement short form content on platforms like TikTok, Instagram. I didn't really have an attraction to platforms like that before, just because I didn't like the 2020 TikTok, 2021 TikTok. But now I think it's a good channel for me to have. It's a good way to put out my content. It's a good way to explore and learn new things. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna learn how to make good quality, hopefully good quality, like short form content on these platforms, and distribute some of the stuff that I record here onto like platforms like that. So that's the goal. We'll see how it goes. I'm happy that I'm putting myself in this like new challenge, new situation. Currently I'm on day 2, so I don't know. My goal is to stick it out for at least 30 days, and then see if it's sustainable from there. Yeah, so far it's been great. I'll keep you guys updated. Also, sorry for the lighting. I'm currently driving, so it's changing, and I'm noticing that it's super dark right now, so apologies for that, but hopefully the audio is clear. But yeah, I think I'll catch you guys back once I'm home, after picking my sister-in-law up. But if this is the end of the video, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like this new format. If you do, please subscribe. It's a good feedback loop for me to keep posting content like this. I think for the next 4 weeks, this is the content that I'll be putting out, just because it's what I want to do for the next 4 weeks, and I think it's just going to be easier for me to focus on building the app and then having this be like redistributed based on what I do for the app. So yeah, if that floats your boat, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. It's going to help me out a lot. But yeah, otherwise, again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to get to know me on a more personal basis, feel free to follow me on Instagram or join the Discord server. But aside from that, I hope you guys have a great day. Remember, consistency is key. I don't know, I found this out. I didn't find this out recently, but it just hit me recently that if I just stayed consistent, like if I just did the thing every single day for an hour, for 10 minutes, I would be so much further than where I am currently. Like, I show up to the gym every single day for almost, since I was 15, so it's about 6 years now, 7 years, or 5 to 6 years, yeah. And it showed. Like, I feel so much better. Like, that progressive overload that you just have to do, your new limits, your new challenges, just showing up 30 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, doesn't matter. Showing up every single day, that's what matters. Consistency matters. Consistency compounds. So that's what I'm trying to, share here today. So if you guys want to do something, if you guys want to reach a goal, there's only one solution. The solution is to do it every single day. It doesn't matter if you're blocked today, you might not be blocked tomorrow. It doesn't matter if you feel stuck today or not motivated. You don't have to do 10 hours of study a day. You really don't. You don't have to do the thing for 10 hours a day. You can do it for just 1 hour for a short period of time. As long as you stick with it, the momentum will build and you will be all the better for it. So let's say you're looking for an internship, right? That's what we preach about this channel. You're probably gonna need to learn new skills, and I know it can be challenging to apply for 5-10 jobs every single day, but once you build that habit, man, I'm telling you, it's gonna be like clockwork. You're just gonna do it without having to worry about it. You're just gonna have that momentum that's gonna push you. So yeah, that's my recommendation. I personally am, right now, I'm trying to build new skills. So I'm gonna stick to learning new data science concepts every single day. I'm gonna try and reinforce what I currently know. CLTs, I looked up CLTs recently just to remember what it was, Poisson distribution, hypothesis testing. I'm looking up all these like different techniques that I kind of know. I've done it in college, but I just wanna reinforce that learning. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. But hopefully I motivate some of you to do the same. Just stay consistent. Any effort is better than no effort. So yeah, just put in some effort every single day, and I promise you, you will hit that goal. Just focus on what you can control and not what you can't control. I literally sat down on my computer, getting ready to do work, and then I get the call. All right, so I've been playing around with the code base a little bit. I've been cleaning it up, and I found a couple of bugs, one of them being the token system. I just fixed that, so now it should correctly work when you upload a resume, or if you're putting in an application, it's gonna minus a token from your token bank. Free users have 3, paid users have more, and this is like a monthly thing, so it works. But in my try catch block, I'm getting this error, which I looked up. Here, let me zoom. Yeah, I looked up, and it looks like that's just that's an error that I shouldn't be worrying about. So I'm gonna try and handle that error so that I don't get. I have an action, a toast action, so it pops up as failed application not created, but it is being created. I can verify that, so I need to find a workaround for that. But aside from that, I think it's been a pretty productive past few days. I'm hoping to get the master resume started at least tomorrow. I've been thinking about how to implement it, and I think there's 2 core components that I want. One, for someone to come into the app and build their master resume themselves on the app, and then the second core sorry, come on. And then the second core component is that I want a user to be able to upload their resume or master resume, a PDF file or docs, and be able to parse that accurately and get all the information that I need, which should be well over a page, just because I'm assuming people coming in will have more than a page worth of experience. The point of this is for them to dump all their experience, regardless if it's formatted, if it's relevant to the job, whatever, just all their experience that could be useful. And then when they're applying, use this master resume as reference, and then they can just use a button to refactor their resume for that application and get the best resume for that application. It's gonna take a lot of work. I want to focus on just getting the master resume stuff set, sorted and settled before I even think about the refactoring and modifying resumes and working with PDFs. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna work on tomorrow. But aside from that, I think I'm pretty much done for today. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start that work tomorrow. But for now, I think I'm just gonna focus on getting this video out for tomorrow. So I have a lot of clips to edit, just because I've been recording every single day, and then I'm gonna hang out with family for the rest of the day, I think. Yeah, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Crazy to think that just over a year ago I started this channel, and now we're close to 8,000 people who found some sort of value from the content I post, which is pretty amazing. So yeah, one of my goals that I've been struggling with is I had a goal set early this year to reach 10,000 by the end of the year. And I can talk about more why I'm struggling with that goal, just because it's an external goal. It's not an internal goal. I can't control that number. I can control what I do, which is staying consistent, posting weekly, and trying to provide value to you guys. And I think so long as I'm doing that, I shouldn't be worrying about what number I hit, how many views I get, how much revenue I make. All these things are secondary. I truly think the main thing is just staying consistent and trying my best to share my story, provide value, hopefully, and inspire others. So yeah, that's what I'm striving for. Hopefully you guys resonate with that. Hopefully you guys are inspired. Hopefully you guys do find value. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking along for another week. It's been a long one this week, but I hope you enjoyed it. It's slightly different. I know the format's just a bit different from our usual, sit down talking head video, but I hope you guys like this one. And it's probably a longer video, so I hope you enjoy that too. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna chill, edit this video, and I'll see you guys in the comments. Peace.